Hi guys. Okay, so this is the second video that I didn't manage to get done yesterday for the longer drop-in meditation that I was going to do similar to on Wednesday evening. I didn't read Heather's notes so prior to turning on record, so we'll just flow with it and see what happens, and I'll check in at the end on her notes and see if there's anything else that maybe needs to be added, but let's just give it a go and see how it goes. So for this session, you are going to need to lay down somewhere. Sitting up is great, but if you drop in really deep, sometimes, it's nice to just be laid really flat for the whole of your body to just really sink in and not have to be aware of, your head flopping about and stuff like that. So yeah, I would get a comfy pillow and blanket and lay yourself down on the floor in a relaxed kind of position. Pause the video, do that, come back, and then press play. Okay, so if you're laid down, we're just going to close our eyes, and we're going to close our eyes, and we're going to take 3 really nice deep breaths. And as we're going to take the deep breaths, we're going to breathe in, and when we breathe out, we're going to breathe all of the tension and sensation that's being held out back into vast awareness. And we're going to sense and become aware of where the breath ends and its connection with that vaster awareness. We're going to feel that breath stop and that moment of silence at the end of the breath as the silence continues. So we're going to breathe in and out. Just relax the abdomen and the chest. Just relax down onto the sensation and the feeling of touching the floor as our body begins to get heavier. I'm going to take another deep breath in and out. And relax. We're going to do one more deep breath. And as we do, we're going to really release tension and allow it to fall away back into the floor, past it and underneath and through it, and away into awareness. Breathe in and out. As you lay on the floor, and you can feel what you believe to be the floor connecting with the lower parts of the body, your back, your head, your bum, back of your legs, heels of your feet. I want you just to scan your body, and we're going to start at the bottom of our toes. And as we scan energetically up the body, as we come across any tension, any held sensation that appears to be arising within the body, we're going to release it. We're going to let it go. So it's a great way to become aware of the sensations or perceived tension that might be being held on to. So we're going to start at our toes, and we're going to scan upwards, slowly and gently, up through our feet, our calves, our knees, and the thighs, our hips, the bottom, our stomach, kidneys, torso, up through the chest, the arms and the shoulders, up through the neck, into the head, and energetically fall away. Now, if a thought arises, it begins to say something, we're going to bring our focus and our attention back to the sensations that are perceived to be within a supposed body. And we're going to become aware of the fact that we believe there to be a sensational connection between our legs and the floor, and our back and the floor. But if we remove the image of our body within that vast, expansive consciousness, and we remove that image, just move it away, all that's left is a sensation, an energetic, moving, vibrational sensation without any words or names or descriptions about it, without any images put on top of it, only the sensation remains. Can we find a floor without the words, without the image? Is there a floor? Or is there nothing there? Without the words of a body and an image of a body, is there a body there? Look in your direct experience, what is actually sensed, what is there. Because without words, labels, and descriptions, without the image of the thing, without the sensation and allowing that also to fall away, there is only awareness. There is only consciousness as a black, vast, expansive space. Here, you are nothing. Here, you are infinite. Here, you can never die. Everything that arises within this must arise within an image, a sensation, or a sound. And a thought is nothing more than a sound arising within this black, vast, expansive space. It may have the word I. It may have the word me. But here, that means nothing. It's just a sound. Can you allow those sounds to arise and to fall in the same way that this voice arises and falls away? Can you become aware of the gaps of silence in between the words, in between the sounds? Because when we remove our attention and focus from the words themselves, and we place it on the gaps in between the words, they lose their meaning. They lose their energetic hold, and they can just wash over, arising and falling like waves in the sea. See that even the image of the waves in the sea that just arose is nothing more than an image arising in this black, vast, expansive space. That too can be let go of. That too can drop away as an insignificant spark of energy in this infinite space. When there are no images, sensations, or sounds, what remains is what you are. You are this awareness. No body, no thoughts, no sensations, just awareness, just silence. just stillness, dense, thick, fast. Rest in this, be this, identify as this, and allow the images, sensations, and sounds to arise in you. You are not a body. You are not a thought. You are not an image, a sound, or a sensation. Whether the eyes are closed or whether they are open, there still only remains images, sounds, and sensations arising within awareness, within consciousness. Remain here. Remain home and watch it open up and expand and deepen. Thoughts come and go. Sensations come and go. Images come and go. You cannot be what they are. You are what remains still and infinite in the presence of those things arising and falling away. You cannot be something that comes and goes. You must be the thing that is permanently present to those coming and goings. You are not what you think you are. You are not a subject of thought. Thought talks as if something exists that it's talking about. There is nothing there. There is nothing here. And as you're this vast, expansive, infinite black space, allow the sounds that arise, the hum of the laptop, the sound of traffic, the wind through the trees, the sound of the breath, to be there without labeling, without needing to say anything about it, just as sounds, like different notes in the same piece of music, not created by different things, but just different sounds arising within the same awareness. As a sound is heard, as this voice is heard, try and find the boundary between internal and external within this space, within this black, infinite awareness, find a boundary, find a limit between a me and a not me. Is this voice, is that sound arising outside of me here or in me? You are the whole of that infinite consciousness, that infinite awareness. There are no limitations. There are no boundaries. There are no restrictions. They are all ideas. They are all beliefs. But where is external and internal here? Where is up and down here? Where is right or wrong here? They are nowhere to be found because they only exist within thought. A thought arises and it falls away. It has no awareness. It cannot see that the thing that it talks about, the subject that it talks about, doesn't exist. There is only awareness. There is nothing else. Listen to the breath. Listen to the hum. Connect with the sensation, raw and energetic, without words, without labels, without images, and see that they're not real. It's all a game of imagination. It's all a game of let's pretend. There is nobody saying these words. These words, these sounds are just arising within that black, infinite awareness from nowhere, from no one. You are infinite. You are not an imagined entity that is the subject of thought. You are not a body imagined within consciousness or a thought arising within consciousness or even a sensation arising within consciousness, because they arise within you. There is no one here. Only imagination and play. Only a hologram being projected and believed and bought into. But when there are no images, when there are no sensations, when there are no sounds, it disappears. but yet you remain. So it can't be real. What you are is the only actual reality. What you are is the only thing that remains when all of the imagined content disappears. Rest here. Be here as this. Make it your home, your identity. And watch thought from here and see that the subject that it talks about is nowhere to be found in this awareness. Watch images arise and see that they are a mere tiny image arising in this infinite awareness. Watch as your world begins to change up radically in response to the lack of identification with those thoughts, those images, and those sensations. Just be this. Just allow this to realize what it truly is. As an image arises, as a sensation arises, as a thought arises, see that it's small in relationship to this vast, infinite consciousness. See that you are the thing witnessing it as this. See that it doesn't have to touch the sides, doesn't have to mean anything as this. Look for that thing that it's talking about here. You won't find it. You won't find that I, that self, or that me. When you choose to get up, when you choose to open your eyes, when they naturally open by themselves, just see that it's the spontaneously arising of just a bigger image, a 3D holographic projection that appears as the eyes open. But what tells us it's real? What says that that's not just imagination? Only sounds in the form of thoughts and sensations. But we know when we close our eyes and we explore those, that they're not real, they're imagined. It's all just imagination at play in the infinite consciousness that you are. Look at that image. Look at that supposed external world. Just like the images that you observe when the eyes are closed. It's no different. It's no different. The bodies that are seen are just bodies. There's nobody home. There's nobody inside other than a thought that says so. It's actually all empty. It's just a hologram. Sensations, sounds, and images. Look for yourself. See for yourself. Is there any time here? Is there any location here? When you take away the concept of time and location, this infinite awareness still remains. You are that unchanging, silent, infinite awareness that everything arises in. They only remain to the extent that there is belief in them. The stories about that supposed I, that self, that person, that entity only remain while they're believed in. Look for that person, look for that I, because when it can't be found, when it's seen truly by direct experience that it's not there, the stories stop and everything begins to change. Just rest here. Just identify as this. This is what you truly are. No sights, images, sounds, or sensations can affect you as this. This permeates them. It transcends them. But yet they don't touch it. Rest at home. Rest as this. As you get up and you move about, you carry on. See that the body moves in that hologram, in that image. But are you in that body? Or are you still the vast, infinite awareness that the body arises within? See you next time.